And now, live from the Man Cave, Studio B, deep in the heart of constitutional Livingston County, Michigan, on a Tuesday night end-of-year recap with special guest Denise O'Connell's in the house. Returning special guest Norris Hardeman is joining us, and yours truly, Larry Parsons. Our ever-present earwig, the real Tim Allen behind the scenes, making us miserable. This is My Brain, and now your host, the man that put it all together just to piss you off, Jeremy Scott Gibbs.
Yay! Woo-hoo-hoo. Good job.
Welcome, Denise.
You know what they
and
call
Norris,
Hey.
it's an honor to have you back, sir.
Yeah, it's
Are
fun.
you
Fun.
live over there, Larry?
I am live over here.
Is your microphone? I'm double checking your microphone.
Are you double checking?
I am double checking your microphone. Okay, I'm seeing everybody's microphone. All right, my ears are a little hot. So is everybody sounding good to themselves? Good?
I think so.
5x5 out there in out there in TV land. Oh yeah. All right. Looks like we're good. I see meters are there. Are we good?
Everything
Yes,
looks
welcome. I gotta, Denise. I gotta write you in here, Denise.
It's Denise is honoring us by coming here
Holy, screwed up their spelling.
last minute.
It looks close enough.
That's right.
Welcome. Year-end recap.
That's right. We got a lot to talk about. We had some excellent shows this year.
It's been a hell of a year.
What are you doing?
I want chest hair in that clip.
Don't hook the clip to my chest hair.
I want chest hair in that clip. I don't know. His microphone sounds like he's in the other county.
It's in the
He's
other
over
county.
in Eaton. Talk to me, Larry.
Talk to you? Did you have a good?
No, that's better. That's
Do you have
better.
a good
No,
Christmas,
shut up
buddy?
now. No, it's good. I don't know why. Denise's sounds great, and
You want to share your side of the table, Jeremy?
Huh? What?
I'm sorry. Were you yelling at me to center her up?
Oh, I said everyone's square.
Oh,
You want us to scoot in a little bit, get
Come
closer?
on, boys, post up.
yeah, post up.
Post up.
You can get a little closer.
Oh, okay.
Welcome to the Righty Right Drinky Drinky Show.
Welcome, you guys. I hope everybody out there had a great Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho.
No, we're not keeping it clean, Coffee. You're already sullying the podcast. I see you in the chat.
Yeah, at least he didn't drop his balls off this time.
Yeah.
You know what?
Or salty sticks.
You know what he did drop off?
Sweet, tasty sticks.
He dropped off the candy.
Oh, boy.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Have you been sampling the
that's-
candy
that's-
before the show?
That's a brain pound right there. That's right there. Denise, did you pick one over there?
Look, Denise has the F-bomb.
Larry already took 7. You can't. That's Larry. Larry's
I got 9.
a dick. So, and I generally take 11. But you tell me.
Okay, I'll take 4.
4. Excellent.
Ooh.
All right. Tim had to fill in for you the other day with George, doing an interview with George.
Did he?
Yeah.
Good for him.
He had to read your now from the man cave.
And now from the Man Cave.
Well, a little bit of an intro.
Oh, Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slacker, man. Slacker. All right.
I
good.
was deep in Christmas gifts. My wife says, "You're not going anywhere, buddy." And she started throwing Christmas gifts at me.
That's right.
And then she
were
took
like-
them away when I mislabeled them.
I wrote in here. I wrote in here Christmas leftovers, but actually I took the ham and I juiced up the ham
Oh.
with some
Yeah,
different flavorings.
You did.
I tweaked it so that it didn't taste like the ham did yesterday. I think, yeah. Well, I've gone through a number of sweet and sour sauces trying to find a good one, you know? And there's been a few that I've picked up that they're not quite right. Just straight up. And there's this one that's really tangy, overly orange.
Overly orange.
And I thought, I did a little taste test with the ham, and I went, I'm doing that. So I dumped that on there, and then I dumped some Worcestershire on there, and I dumped some soy on there, and then I dumped a little bit of balsamic vinegar, and then I sprinkled a little of this and a little of that, and then I let it simmer for about 20 minutes, and I'm like, that's a unique taste. So you just find stuff in the. And how much did I use? Enough. Yes, Mr. Coffee, coming soon. New Year's Eve at the Man Cave. Tiny Tim's Teeny Coconut Shrimp Cheese Balls. Handmade in Coffee's kitchen. Everybody knows Mr. Coffee has a knack for handling balls. I read that copy straight from the chat. So there you go. All right, let's do this before too long. We can get into some discussions here on the show. Let's see. I'm going to go there, and I will go ahead and do this as soon as you're ready, Tim. You'll notice. You want to do it?
This is my brain. Did you want me to do it? I've done it a couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Do it.
Notice this podcast is mostly raw and unfiltered and completely politically incorrect. We say Merry Christmas and the Pledge of Allegiance, especially the part about one nation under God.
Under God.
Indivisible is about the nation, not the God, by the way. We thank our troops. Thank you. Those that are at the table, as well as those across the country.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We also recognize 2 dangle and no dangle genders.
Yeah.
Only 2. As adults, we do enjoy adult beverages.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's another reason to drink.
I got the hard stuff tonight.
Oh, stepped up to the plate, huh?
Continue, Tim.
We do cuss like sailors and truckers. We
What
do
the-
not curse
Or swear.
or swear. I swear I do not curse, or your babies will grow up. Never mind. We
yes.
love Jesus, but we hate the religious
And
hypocrites
yeah, those people.
and religion.
Yeah.
If any of this offends you,
You should have left by now.
you should have been gone by now, or you're just showing up to take notes to rant on your own little
Yeah.
podcast from somebody's basement.
Oh, that's right. We do have people that tune
do.
in
We
just
do.
to get content
That's
for
true.
their show.
That is true. That is
You're
true.
welcome.
But if not, you can please leave. I mean, unless you want the content, because even negative press is good press.
You know, every time they try to shame us, our numbers go up. Thank you.
Yeah, and we take their slogans and make them into T-shirts, which
do.
you can get actually at the website on the screen, top left-hand corner. Underneath this
Yeah.
is my brain,
Merch.
timbmerch.com. And if you want to complain to Larry, his email address, this is mybrainhosts@outlook.com.
That's where you send all your complaints.
That's right.
Because I would just put them straight into this circular file. Let's see. That's good. Good. Denise is up first with number 4. This is a good one. I didn't look at my numbers. There we go. Whenever you're ready, dear.
All right. It is easier to fool the people than to convince them they have been fooled. Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. Samuel Clemens.
I do like that one.
That's a good one.
And that is a very true statement,
Can
and
we-
it applies today.
Can we have that? Can we have that done with that microphone actually on now?
No, there, Mike's on.
No, they weren't actually on the main out.
Are you telling me we haven't had no? I don't know what you're saying because they're hearing us.
No, on lapel 3, the main out was turned off.
That's Larry. Oh, 3. You're
Yeah.
right.
I just turned it on. It was cranked way up.
Why was that off?
It has toggled on Gen before, and some reason
On that channel?
On that channel, the main out gets toggled for some reason.
That's fucking weird.
So
Okay.
we did hear that.
I
Mark Twain quote.
so sorry. I am so sorry. Denise, I have to do it. Again, please.
I will do.
Oh, crap.
It is easier to fool the people than to convince them they have been fooled. Mark Twain.
Mark Twain. All right. Very good. And I will turn that off now. There we go. Well, that's weird that does that. I don't like that.
I've caught it before. It's done it more than once.
Technical difficulties.
Stupid. Lots of stupid. So stupid, man. Holy shit, Larry.
What do you mean?
He looks at me like a little, like he's ready for his boutonniere. He's like, okay, all right.
Okay, that
let's
lapel
go.
3 is overmodulated.
I know. I'll get it. in a
No
second.
picking on the co-host.
Yes. There it is.
Oh. You want me to read that one again?
Shh, your hole.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, comma, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. Period. That is the Second Amendment to the Constitution of the United States of America. Was issued on December 15th, 1791, and it expires when hell freezes over.
Or when you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
It doesn't even end then.
Or when it becomes
Well,
no longer-
individually.
when it's no longer these United States.
Well, then we have a larger problem at that point.
Yes. Then we have quite a bit of issues.
Yes.
Returning for abuse. Is that what you picked, Norris?
No.
What'd you pick?
I picked freedom is more than one generation away. Right, Reagan. There we go.
Yep.
All right. Right there. See?
Oh.
Okay.
Are my numbers off? Oh, I looked at the wrong. I had my glasses on.
That wasn't good, that did you?
All right, my man, do it up.
All right. Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Ronald Reagan.
Ronald the Gipper.
Yes. He was a brilliant man then, and
Yes.
he'd be a brilliant man now if he was still alive.
All of it began the first time some of you who know better and are old enough to know better let young people think that they had the right to choose the laws they would obey as long as they were doing it in the name of social protest.
What's the other one? I like the other one too.
The other one's, let's see.
Give me the other one, just because it's Ronald Reagan.
Well, there was the one where he was talking in a balloon pot, and then there was the one where
Yeah, that one.
oh, that one that's the one where he's he's in the middle of a speech,
Missed me.
and it says miss me.
He's awesome.
That one is stalling because my buttons broke after the first.
Broke after the first.
And it's
Nice.
second
He's
take.
good at breaking buttons.
Here it is, right here.
We're reminded of the many traditions of openness and democracy that have marked the history of this city. America missed me.
Missed me. Ronald Reagan, I love it.
Yep.
What the hell is that?
Have you ever heard this one?
No, the on the chat.
Get to that later.
We'll get to that. Yes, yes. In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man and brave and hated and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, for then it costs nothing to be a patriot. Candy ass is what we call that. Let's smell what the rock is cooking. Mark Twain.
Mark Twain.
Sweet.
Mark Twain. All right, and we have reached the end. Here we go, everybody.
All right. You ready?
All right.
Ready?
Ready, Denise?
Yep,
Right
ready.
up there.
Never apologize and never explain. It's a sign of weakness.
And I think that people out here would do well, if you're watching, to understand that apologies do nothing with these monsters.
Monsters. And Tim is preparing something over there.
Oh, eventually.
Okay, all right. No, it's good. It's good. That disclaimer I want you guys to know is something that my mom picked up, Grandma Connie. And she brought to the man cave, and then I wanted to put it on the show, and it's become a tradition for us to read that at the end of the disclaimers for every show since she brought it here. A number of you know that Mom has been dealing with some health issues, and I've been taking her. We've been trying to figure it out. She's dealing with, it was in her lungs, and we thought, at first it was bronchitis, then it was pneumonia. And she's been battling with it, and that's why she hasn't been on the show, and a lot of people have been asking. So here's the official thing. We were at the doctor today. She has stage 1 lung cancer in the upper area of her lungs. We looked at the whole diagram. It's extremely treatable. We have 4, what they've scheduled her is for 4 chemo treatments. They have to look at one other little area, not related to the lungs, just to rule it out. But at this point, she's about 12 weeks out from being, should be in full remission by everything that they're looking at, everything they've studied. And so that's what we're believing for. And I ask everybody out there to believe with us that that's what's going to happen, as well as doing some very good homeopathic things and doing some diets. So when you think about it, when the Lord reminds you, just lift up Grandma Connie real quick and say, Lord, I speak healing over her and good health, because she's got a lot more years to do a lot more work with all of us. And I've started to compile a list for myself to start sharing, and my mom's one at the top of my list, but I've started to compile a list that I will eventually share with all of you one day on the show. Maybe I'll do a special thing or do it. But I'm going to sit down and just share a list of things that I've learned from those who were before me, because that's the true idea of tradition.
We will have a new disclaimer for that show.
And the amount of things that I learned from my mom, because if you guys don't know my history, my mom, off and on for my first 10 years at least, raised me by herself. She was married for a little while in the middle of that, but my mom's awesome and took care of me for a lot of years on her own, and imparted to me the best she could, her experiences and wisdom in life. And we've been, you always have ups and downs, but my mom is a saint to me. Not perfect, but a saint. She's awesome.
She's an incredible lady.
She is. And she has always been my biggest cheerleader. And so I will...
and she's beat cancer before, so she's no stranger to beating cancer.
Correct. So, again, you guys, when you think about it, I know so many people have inquired, asking how she's doing. You're missing her on the show. Right now, with her lungs where they're at, walking up the stairs gets her winded, and then she coughs for 10 minutes. But according to the doctor today, he said even after the first treatment, which could be within a week and a half to 2 weeks, even after the first treatment, which is it's rough on you, but even after that first treatment, people start to see improvement. So expect to see her back when she feels confident she can sit down and have a conversation and talk with us long-winded motherfuckers. Then she'll do that. So there's your update. I appreciate so much everybody out there inquiring and asking how Grandma's doing, and she does too. This is one of the things in her life that she has made a deep commitment to be at, and she's being pulled away from that, and it bothers her. And she was here yesterday for Christmas the whole day. And as long as she's not moving and exerting herself, she's here all day. But as soon as she gets up and wants to start doing stuff, and my mom is just like me, she wants to get up and start doing stuff and hanging out and messing with the grandkids and all that stuff. And so she couldn't do that, but we still had a phenomenal time. So there you go. Enough with that. How was your guys' Christmas?
Wonderful.
Great.
I mean, I know where that guy was for part of it. Norris and his beautiful wife Lisa made it over and hung out with us. Dude,
Nice.
not only did they hang out, I'm going to tell on them. Dinner was all done, and Lisa makes this beeline into the kitchen, and she's like, all right, what can I do? And I'm like, what do you mean, what can I? She goes, I just want, and she just starts, she's like, where are the containers? Where's this? Where's that? She literally boxed up all the leftovers, washed all the dishes until there was no more hot water. And then I let her know we're only working on the 7-gallon over here until I get the big one hooked up. And Norris drops in, and they're just, I mean, they're doing stuff that I don't do. They're like just reaching and grabbing the carcass and like putting it in the bag and then taking the pan and dumping the juices in there. And I'm like, Tim will figure out something to do with it. Tim's like going to be ecstatic with that. So we had duck, turkey, and ham. Then with all the other normal fixins, and it was quite the spread. So I'm telling on them that you invite these people, they're coming to work or something. I don't know, man.
Yes.
I was like, dude, you guys ain't got to do that. They're like, oh, we like to help, and I'm like, oh, okay.
I haven't had the pleasure of meeting his beautiful wife yet.
Lisa's, you probably have. She's been to a few of the events. Of course, you like to skip out on stuff. He calls me up the other day and he goes, hey buddy, you know we gotta, I do a Larry. He's like, hey buddy, you know we gotta be at the EC meeting coming up and it's on a Tuesday. We might have to reschedule. If I miss one more, they're gonna kick me off. I go, okay. So when he gives me that look like I don't, well, I was working. See, this is what Larry gets for teasing me up there. How was your Christmas, Larry?
It was awesome. We had my 2 daughters over, the 4 grandkids, and of course my oldest daughter brought her dog with her, so our puppy had a playmate. And it's funny because our puppy is 8 months old, and it's bigger than their 5-year-old lab.
It's because you bought a dog.
Yeah.
Or a horse.
A horse?
Not a dog. It's a horse. It's a dog-shaped horse. Come on.
She came here for a podcast. She did.
She did all right.
Really?
Yeah, she came for a podcast. Sat right here next to me. Was good as gold.
Wow.
Jumped up on my lap a couple times.
She was great. Larry was distracted the entire time. I'm like, quit playing with your dog and pay attention. We're doing a show here. There's 5,000 people watching and you're playing with your dog. What was that, Tim? Mic's off.
I just had to mute his mic whenever the dog jumped up on his
Oh,
chest.
right.
Yeah.
Pawed his mic.
Pawed his microphone.
Other than that,
oh, now he's going to show pictures of his kid.
Yeah,
Oh my word.
So aside from your dog having a playmate, how was it having family there?
it was nice. Yeah, I enjoy the family stuff is great. You know, they all have their family visit, and I play games on the computer.
Nice.
Not really.
Well, yeah,
Well, I can relate to that.
yeah. So, but it was nice. Norris and Lisa made it. Mr. Coffee
Yeah.
and Debbie made it. The Queen calls her the Queen. And then at a certain point, Candy, Laszlo, and Dave stopped in.
Nice.
So then there was 3 dogs in the house at the same time.
Yeah, because my oldest son always brings his
3
lab,
dogs in the
Yeah.
cave.
Duke, and so they were.
They had to sniff each other.
Yeah. It was just a full-blown ass-sniffing contest. And you know, they got to move as fast as they can to go. You know, it's like, wait, I got to sniff yours first. I got to sniff yours. I got to sniff yours. And it's like, wait, I'm coming around. No, I'm coming around.
I love dogs,
the circle.
but that part is gross.
Yeah, I know.
Dude.
It comes
There's
with package.
just sometimes the one thing people go, oh, you're not a dog lover, dude. I had dogs from the time that I was 10 until I was 35. Okay,
Yeah.
whether it was my dogs or it was my kids' dogs, I've had dogs. Okay,
Especially the little ones. They go great in stir fry.
but when people go, oh, you don't like dogs? No, just your dog has been sniffing my crotch for the last 5 minutes. I'm sure whatever's there that I didn't wash properly, they figured out what the fuck it is, so they can maybe you could have them back off now. I'm just like, and then they come up and they do the wet nose on your hand, and I go,
I hate that.
I pull it, I go. I get that because I'm like, dude, I just I used to be well, I've dealt with skin issues off and on for a lot of my life since I was a kid, and so I used to be not quite a full-blown germaphobe, but I washed my hands a lot because I didn't know I had to have, not special soap, but I had certain soaps that I knew didn't break my hands out. And so if I got around other stuff, I would go and wash my hands because I didn't know what was causing my, when you're sitting in school and you've got just skin that's all broke out through here, on your elbow, on your inside of your elbows, it just, drives you nuts. They changed the soap when I worked at Zender's up there in Frankenmuth during high school. They changed the soap because I was one of the main dishwashers, and they had a conveyor machine that's like from that wall to that door. Wow. One big oval conveyor. And they changed the soap on me, and I literally broke out. I mean, just like my hands were like beet red. Like if you put a light acid on your hand, on all your skin right there, and it just turned like red. And I had to go to the dermatologist, and my mom took me and had to figure it out. So yeah, when I get around dogs, I still have to shed that idea. And then I also, when I lived on the farm, if I went up and did this to the horse, like you do, and I loved to be around the horses and be around the animals, if I did that, I would start sneezing and be done.
Oh, from like whatever dust.
Just the dander coming off the horse, and I would want to be right there baling hay. And if I got in the barn and somebody kicked up the hay or alfalfa,
Man, you're a
2 minutes.
case.
I'd be just like sneezing and coughing and everything like that. Yeah, I used to carry Benadryl as a kid.
Be like that guy in the movie Hitch. Where's his face?
Yeah, the shellfish. Anyways, Mr. Coffee said it was great to meet Norris, class act, unlike Tim and Jeremy.
Coffee's a great guy. Oh, wow. Yeah. What the hell is that? Wow.
Dude, I told you, it's a horse. It's a horse.
Man, he's bigger than mine. Jeez.
She's 8 months.
Oh, my God.
It's a dog-footed horse. Come on. So you hung with us, but you also, did you guys do anything else special?
Oh, we went to visit my mother early in the day before we came here, and that was pretty much it. Then
okay.
Went home and
because there's a bunch of friends like Coffee and a few of the other ones where I'm like, are you guys good? Because I got to know you, and you were like, well, the kids are here and they're there, and I'm like, well, then what are you doing for Christmas? Oh, we're probably staying. I'm like, the hell, you will stay at home. You're going to come over here. So if I find out, I got a number of friends that if I find out that they don't have something to go to,
Right.
I'm like, you better come over here because we have a big feast, and it's just y'all just become family.
If you don't have family to annoy the heck out of you, come on over here. We'll give you plenty of family, dogs, kids.
Oh, dude.
Oh, and we also
it was fun.
I almost forgot. We also had a couple come in from Florida, which would be my oldest daughter's in-laws. They came in and joined us.
Nice.
It was a very nice Christmas dinner. It's nothing like having family for the holidays.
Yeah,
it ends too soon for me. I liked having them around.
Well, that's my thing. That's why I have a man cave. Is people say, what's with the man cave? And I go, this is just an excuse to get people to hang out.
Yeah.
When they come in and go, oh my God, this is so cool. I'm like, I got you. Now you'll come and
You'll
hang
be
out.
back.
And then we'll have a good conversation. Denise, finally getting to you. What's you cooked for?
For my sons, their girls, my ex, we all get together and spent the day. And it was great. Cooked all day.
Okay. That's fun.
What did you make is more the question.
I'm sorry?
What did you make?
Ham. I did a turkey breast, potatoes, stuffing, all of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Went back there tonight to have dinner again.
Nice.
I had ham and turkey for lunch today.
Did you? And then you come here and
then I come here and you made ham. So, good thing I like ham.
Yeah.
Well, I was looking at it. I'm like, I was all ready for the show and everything like that. And Tim goes, I don't want to jinx it, Tim. I said, I think I got everything ready. I got all the feeds set up. I got everything set up. And I'm like, but I don't know what I'm cooking.
Right.
But there was all the leftover stuff. Right. And then I thought, you know what? I'm making macaroni and cheese, Velveeta with the egg noodles, and I'll make a fresh batch of mushrooms, and then I'll redo, because I wasn't going to subject everybody to like a full-blown just leftovers. You know, that's rude. But it's not. Anyways, okay. Initial thoughts tonight. What happened this year?
For the year?
Yeah, well, I mean,
We had so much stuff go on this year.
give me one off the top of your head, Larry.
Oh, how about the Heartland incident? The boys using the girls' bathrooms and locker rooms in Heartland, the high school.
Zeroed in on that one.
Zeroed in right on that one.
Yeah.
Got a whole bunch I could zero in on.
That's one.
But
One for
said
you. No,
one.
it's one. Denise, anything off the top of your head that happened this past year that really got you?
You know, the big one is just our whole nation. You know,
Okay.
It's gone right on down.
It's
And
a
I hope,
WTF moment?
yeah,
Moment.
Moments.
Yeah.
moments.
One moment after another.
Yeah. 365.
Norris, what's on top of your list that's happened this past year?
Oh my God. How do I choose?
Well, you get one, and then we'll go around again, because Larry's got 15.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
So I'm giving you guys enough time to go around and
well, I think more recently
100.
would be the upheaval, those who are in support of terrorism, Hamas,
okay.
around demonstrations around the country.
Right.
Isn't that
Specifically
shocking?
coming out of
Shocking.
our universities.
Yeah.
You know, we've had indoctrination that's been going on under the radar for years, but now it's coming to the forefront, right?
Right.
To me, that is significant, and it shows there's an enemy in our midst.
Yes.
Well, the enemy's always been there, but now the enemy is front and center.
Yep.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I've had, well, Larry and I've chatted on
We've had many conversations.
but I come down on, I don't support either side. Just as much as I don't support Hamas as a terrorist organization, I also don't support Israel just going in and carpet bombing everybody. You've got one of the best militaries, then you go in like Trump did in his administration, and you surgically strike those that are responsible. You know, you don't bomb an aspirin factory like Clinton did every time he got a blowjob and got caught. So I don't support either side. I don't support Ukraine or Russia.
Right.
I don't support Hamas or Israel. You know what? You got shit going on for decades over there. You need to work it out, and my tax dollars don't need to go on either side. That's where I come down. But you're exactly right. Yeah. And these, it's like, what are you doing? Our whole infrastructure is collapsing. You got a geriatric dementia patient in the White House usurping authority, and your focus is to stand on your college campus and support Hamas?
And I had these terrible headaches, was diagnosed with having anyway, they had to take the top of my head off a couple times, see if I had a brain.
It was like, it's like Jell-O. That's disgusting. That's like Mr. Coffee's saggy balls. Leave him right there, Larry. Just leave it right there. Larry, number two.
Oh, number two.
I gave you like enough time to go around the table. Are you ready?
Yeah, well, I'm going to bring
Might
up...
be bathrooms again.
I'm going to bring up warfare. Or should we call it lawfare?
Lawfare.
Lawfare
exactly. We did a
is
couple-
warfare.
It is.
It is
been used that way,
weaponizing the
yeah.
Department of Justice
Yep.
against your political enemies, and that's happening both in the state of Michigan as well as out of the Justice
Nationally.
Department of the United States of America.
Merrick the Trader Garland?
That would be the scumbag right there.
I'm going to
That's one of them.
all these...
Thank God.
One of them.
Thank the Lord that this guy didn't end up on the Supreme Court.
Oh, wow.
What a partisan.
Piece of poopy-doo?
Yes. I was going to say shitbag, but I decided not to.
I'm glad you're
But
refraining.
you just did.
We want to keep it a family-friendly show. There's a lot of kids that are home from school, and their parents could be watching the show.
That's
The last
why
thing
I
we wanna
didn't say it.
Is say shitbag or fuck or something. We apologize for that. You were warned at the top of the show.
Yeah, I just, after serving this country and giving so much, I gave 6 years of my life defending the freedoms and what this country is, our freedoms and what this country is supposed to stand for. And what I'm seeing right now is not it. You know, we don't weaponize our justice systems to go after political enemies. We don't do that here. That's Stalin, that's Marx, and that's Hitler. That's not us, but now it's us.
It's us.
You know,
it's been us since before they assassinated.
Look what Dana
JFK.
Look what Dana Nasty's doing to the electors.
Did we say now? See, I gave you a 2, and now you're swerving into a 3.
No,
I need you
that's the electors' warfare. That's all, that falls under the umbrella.
I thought you were going into Scissor Sister territory, and I was going to have to pull you back. I just don't want to. You're starting to cross the line with the, you know. Like
no, we can't say Scissor Sisters on the show.
But you
I
just did.
told you. See, we had a conversation, you guys, before the show that how offended I am that I have to use other pronouns for the pair of dykes that I have in my tool bag. That I can't call them dykes. I have to use another proper pronoun for them. Like I don't know.
Do they have another name?
Let me know when you come up with
Side by side
something.
shears.
Cutters.
My pronouns are "fuck you," but that's just me.
It's interesting you bring up communism. You know, people always rag on McCarthy. I'm thinking McCarthy was pretty much right.
Kind of in retrospect, you're like, maybe he was ahead of his time.
Yeah.
Denise, number 2.
Number 2.
I mean, you went with the whole country the first time.
Well,
now
and I
you're-
guess the big one right now that has me really concerned is just, again, with the DOJ and Trump. If it wasn't for him, they'd be after us. You, everyone that we know.
Oh, they still are.
Well, that was our quote last week was, they're only coming after me to get to you.
Yep.
So that's a big one.
Well,
that's a big
I
one.
mean, they are, because, think of everybody from January 6th, right? Those people are still
You were there?
persecuted. Oh.
Nobody heard that.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Larry, Mr. Coffee is admonishing you to trust your government.
No.
Trust.
In fact, no.
Absolutely, positively
He is
not.
No.
He's quoting from Dr. Fauci that you need to put on your mask and get your 7th booster and just shut your mouth.
7. I thought we were up to 10 now.
Well, you know, if 1 works, then it's just common sense that 10 will work 10
better.
times better.
And 4 masks.
And 4 masks. Oh, Mr. Coffee's calling you out now, Janice, that you need to get in line. Straighten up over there. Not just go along with the government. So that's a big one. They're thank God for Trump. He is the battering ram. He is the man in the arena. He's the one that's hitting the barbed wire first.
Well, he's absolutely right. See, they're actually after us. That's who they're after.
Right.
They're after us. He's just in the way. You know, and he says this at his rallies, and he's right. He has always been the target. See, Trump is a populist president, and he works for us. And he's not beholden to the special interests. He's beholden to us.
Exactly.
In our lifetime, this is the first president that is actually
Because he never got
beholden
paid
to us.
off.
Right. You can't buy Trump.
Right.
Trump has money.
He's a billionaire who says, you know what?
last thing he needs is more money. So he doesn't have to do this. He's the only president we've ever had that is actually worth less money after he was president than before. While people like Joe Biden are out there taking bribes and building bank accounts.
The former vice president, the usurper in chief.
The usurper in chief.
Yeah,
that one.
The one that
that
doesn't
guy.
have a brain. They couldn't find it. That's just wrong.
And it keeps rolling to your table.
Coming to me.
No. Watch it.
Fail.
That thing feels like it's just. Did you touch this thing?
It's just.
Oh, no, it looks
feels
kind of
wrong.
nasty. Man.
It does. It feels like, oh, no, I touched it.
Oh, man, look at that. What is that?
It's supposed to be a stress ball.
You should have that looked at.
It's like a little bit of growth there. What the hell, man?
I have, as Tim said, it's a stress thing. I have one of my cops that is, one of my cop buddies that has, you ever seen the Key and Peele?
No.
when he's doing he's got the little guy, and he's like, and it's the little dude, and his eyes pop out, and like that. I have a cop buddy that carries one of those with him, because he's a cop, right? So every once in a while, people are just like stupid, and he's just like, that could be you right now. Norris, number 2.
Immigration, or no, I should say illegal immigration.
Illegal immigration.
And the danger it has posed and currently poses. Yes. Because it's totally unchecked.
Yeah.
And we have no idea who's coming over that damn border.
You know, when I become president, it says immediately, dude, got to surge the border, because this is what we do. You got to come here, then vote for me, and then we'll do.
What was... There were several... It's not, they can't say it's South American countries. You can't say it's Mexico. They're coming from around the world. Hamas is coming up. Hamas, Hezbollah, China.
Military-aged Asians coming across.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you watching Border Hawk? Did you watch some of... You ever tune into Border Hawk?
No, I'm not familiar with that.
Maybe Tim can pull it up. But look, if we look up Border Hawk News, that is, I believe that's Michael Yan.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And Michael Yan... I just realized we're still on YouTube over here.
Oh, yeah. More.
Huh?
Probably got banned.
No, we're good. So I'm going to let everybody over there. We're way past what I was expecting to do on that. So anybody on YouTube, you need to go over to Rumble. This is my brain. Rumble.com/This is my brain to watch the show. Okay? Because I'm going to shut you down right now. So